Family dinners at my mother's house were always complicated. She loved to host, loved to cook, loved to gather everyone around the table, but she also loved to take little jabs at me. It had become a tradition of sorts, her subtle comments about my choices, my career, or the way I raised my kids. Everyone thought it was harmless, even funny. I'd learned to let it roll off my back. I'd learned to smile, to laugh, to keep the peace. But that night over dessert, she went too far. It was supposed to be a celebration. My sister had just gotten engaged. The dining room glowed with candles, laughter filled the air, and my mother beamed with pride as she passed around her famous chocolate cake. I was sipping my coffee, quietly enjoying the moment, when she suddenly said it. "I wish you were never born." She said it with a laugh, as if it were some quirky, offhand joke. Everyone at the table laughed, too. My aunts, my uncles, even my sister, all chuckling, thinking it was just Mom being Mom. But I didn't laugh. The words hit me like a punch in the chest. I stared at her, the fork frozen halfway to my mouth. "What did you just say?" I asked quietly. She waved her hand dismissively. "Oh, don't be so sensitive. You know I'm joking. You've always been too serious." Everyone kept laughing, but slowly, the sound began to die down as they saw my face. I set my fork down carefully. My hands were trembling, not with rage, but with a lifetime of held-in pain. For years, I'd been the scapegoat. The one who never measured up. My sister was the golden child, the one who could do no wrong. And I had accepted it because it was easier than fighting back. But not tonight. I looked my mother in the eyes. "You know," I said softly, "you've said a lot of hurtful things over the years. But this one's different." Her smile faltered. "Oh, stop it. It was a joke." "No," I said firmly. "It wasn't. It never is. You've made me the punchline for as long as I can remember. And everyone here has laughed along, because it's easier than admitting how cruel it is." The room went silent. My sister shifted uncomfortably. My uncle cleared his throat. But no one spoke. I stood up slowly and reached into my jacket pocket. My mom's eyes widened as I pulled out a small envelope and set it on the table in front of her. "What's this?" she asked. "It's a letter," I said. "Everything I've wanted to say to you for years. Everything I've been too afraid to say out loud. I wrote it because I didn't think I'd ever have the courage to tell you in person. But now I do." I straightened. "I'm done being the family joke. I'm done pretending your words don't hurt. And I'm done letting you decide what I'm worth." Her hands trembled as she reached for the envelope but didn't open it. "Where are you going?" she asked. "I'm leaving," I said simply. "You don't have to wish I was never born. But you're about to find out what life looks like without me in it." I turned to the rest of the table. And for all of you who laughed, maybe think about why it was so easy to laugh at me all these years. I deserved better. I still do. No one moved. No one spoke. My sister's fiancé looked at me with something like shame. I walked out into the cool night air, my heart pounding, but lighter than it had been in years. Behind me, I could hear my mother calling my name, but for the first time, I didn't turn back. The envelope contained a simple letter, my boundary. My decision to step away from the family until respect, not ridicule, became the foundation of our relationship. I didn't do it to punish her. I did it to save myself. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do isn't to shout back or argue. It's to quietly stand up, put your truth on the table, and walk away. That night, my mother said she wished I'd never been born. That night, I finally acted like I deserved to live my own life.